Hey y'all, so I have a short version of this on my page, but this is the extended version. I'm starting with frozen cake layers that I unwrapped because they're wrapped in plastic just to keep them fresh. Once I unwrap them, I just go ahead and start to cut out the heart. I do my heart cakes by cutting them because for me, it's easy and I don't want to keep buying more pans to take up more room. I just have too much stuff as it is. So I just cut them. I noticed that if I cut them with icing in between, it just makes a mess because the icing squeezes out. So I just go ahead and I cut them, then put the icing in the middle, and then stack them back on top of each other. Always want to do a crumb coat. It doesn't really have to be a lot of icing. I actually put too much on mine. It can be very thin. The purpose of the crumb coat is simply to lock the crumbs in so when you put your final coat, you won't have like crumbs coming through the icing and making the cake look gritty. Someone asked me, does the letting the cake be frozen and then decorating it as it defrosts, does it make a lot of condensation? Does it make the cake crack and stuff like that? So the answer is what you really want to do is you want to cut your cake if you're cutting it, if not crumb coat it. You want to crumb coat your cake and then let it defrost. And after that, after it has defrosted with the crumb coat, then you go back and add your final coat. And when I say your cake should be defrosted, it shouldn't be frozen, but it still should be kind of cold. You never want to decorate a cake that is warm or room temperature, especially fresh out the oven hot. If it's too hot, your icing is going to melt right off. If it's warm or even room temperature, if your cake is really soft, more than likely as you're rubbing the spatula against it and smoothing out the icing, your cake might start to crumble just because it's so soft. So my recording stopped, and I have to say this stuff over again. I don't know what part I left off on. But after you do your crumb coat, you make sure the cake is still cold, but it's defrosted, so it's not frozen anymore. And then you want to put an even coat of icing. Some people say it's too much icing. Well, when you're decorating a cake, you have to make sure there's no gaps in the icing. You see that gap right there? So you just have to keep smoothing it out to make sure it's even. So it does take a lot of icing. And that's another reason why decorated cakes cost so much. If y'all only knew the amount of icing that it takes to make a cake even on all sides. So once you're done smoothing a cake out, it doesn't have to be perfect if you're going to have a lot of borders. I put, this is silver luster dust mixed with alcohol. Yes, the kind you drink. And I just splat it on the cake. Then I go in with my piping tip. I had someone ask me what type of piping tip this was in a shorter version of this. And if you go on Amazon, you can just search churro filling tip or pastry filling tip. And it's just like a regular star tip, but it has like a lot more notches than the average star tip. So I'm just going in, doing 3 layers. I guess you could say 3 layers, 3 different borders on the top. And I'm going to write 21 on the cake after this. The girl who ordered the cake, it's her 21st birthday, so happy birthday to her. Sorry for all the talking, y'all. This is a long 4-minute video and it's a voiceover. I usually just, play music, but I want to start being more interactive, so hope you like it.